I thought I would do a garden tour whilst the weather is still lovely. We've got rain forecast for tomorrow and clouds and warmer weather. The wind is currently from the southeast and it's going to come round to the south, and it's going to be 25 today. No, 21, feeling like 25, so that's going to be nice, but then it's going to cool off as it starts to rain tomorrow. There's a few tulips over there amongst the weeds. And if I were a weeder, I'd be able to get over there now because we're down to the last pallet of wood under this bash. Something's dripping on me. I think that is the walnut. I bet that's sap from the walnut. I'm under the walnut tree. That's the new shoots of the agapanthus coming up. That's dead geranium. No, that's not dead geranium. That's dead something. Fuchsia probably. Who knows? That's dead geranium. That's agapanthus. So we finally got the proper bash on the wood. Had to buy a new one because, as you can see, this is what happens in the ultraviolet light here, and you know, just the weathering it. I think that might be 2 years old. We've used some of it. We've cut off this bit, which is really, you know, had it. Use this bit for that last pallet because that'll be the last pallet we get to later on in winter. But that's a new bash for those ones, so that should allow plenty of airflow, but at the same time keep the rain off. And we didn't sit out here when our friends were here. The table was here. There was a tablecloth on there as well, but that started to blow off in the storm. So yeah, it's Monday, and I'm so ahead with my vlogs that you won't get this till probably Thursday, when I'll be sitting in cloud. Well, not sitting in cloud, I'll be sitting indoors, but it won't be as nice as it is today. I've just finished cooking a slow roasted leg of lamb, which I bought the other day. And because we ate so well with our friends here, I didn't really fancy it yesterday, when perhaps people might normally have a roasted leg of lamb. I just couldn't face more meat, which for me, a carnivore, is quite exceptional. So I've cooked it today, and I can see a tiny little, well, that's a red star, but you won't be able to see it. That's gone now. Yeah, I've just got a tray of vegetables roasting in the oven, and I'm waiting for them to cook. I'm going to go round here. I haven't got my wellies on. I've got my Crocs on, so that's not going to be very comfortable. If I can open the gate, that is. There we go. See these here, dust baths for the chickens. I see somebody's putting some washing on the line. That wasn't me. It was my man what does. Oh, I see there's a branch off the walnut tree. So this morning, early, is when I filmed the daybreak, the sunrise. I mean, the sun hadn't actually come up into the trees, you couldn't see it, but the sky was beautiful. So that was at about 7 o'clock this morning, Monday morning. Are you sunbathing? Huh? Hey? She has stopped bleating. I feel sad about that. Cockerel rounding up the chickens. He's very bossy. She'll be lucky if she's not jumped on in a minute, the way he's running around her. He's only got 2 chickens with him. What's he done with the rest of his flock? Oh, I can see someone coming up. They only run to me because they think I've got food. Right, I'm gonna go this way. I think it should be less lumpy over here. Although in another couple of weeks maybe of warm weather, this bamboo will start sending shoots across here. So the roots of the bamboo come across here, and then you get shoots come up, which we just pick off each night. We go down and put the chickens away, and then we do a bit of a walk up here and pick off the shoots that have come out into the out here where we don't want them. You alright, you chickens? Huh? I was reminded then, with me looking down with the phone, when we lived in Devon, we lived on, our garden sort of went downhill. It was quite a long garden that went downhill, and then it stopped, and then you went down steps, and there was sort of terraces, 2 or 3 terraces, very steep, and on one of the terraces we built, or someone built for us, a hen coop. It was the first time that I kept chickens. So I'm talking to 2002, and so it was quite narrow alongside the chicken run to go along and open up and let the chickens out without me falling backwards over the edge of the terrace. And I went down one day and let the chickens out, and one of the chickens disappeared over the side of the terrace. Well, of course they've got wings and it's not a big deal for them, but I was watching one of the chickens when they're looking, because it's called by something, how they see, the other chickens just tipped their heads to look over to see where the other chicken had gone. It was quite funny. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be doing that now, down that steep garden, down those steep steps. It felt precarious then, and I was late 40s. So, yeah, this is easier, apart from the lumpy molehills. It feels really pleasant out here, the heat. It started off cold this morning, and we hadn't had the fire alight last night, so I was up at 7, so I was quite cold indoors. Put the gas fire on and had my dressing gown on, so it wasn't too bad, but that's so pretty. That's the Bramley apple. Can't smell it. So we're missing one chicken who's probably sitting laying an egg somewhere. Hello. I think you've gone broody. I don't think you're laying an egg. I think you're sitting on eggs, aren't you? Yeah, I think that's what's happening. And I'm still toying with the idea of hatching some Brahma chicks and risking that they're all hens and not cockerels, which would be great. Although I don't think we'd be able to keep up with the eggs eventually. So if she does go broody, I may well leave her. I normally lift them off and work hard at cooling them down and moving them and stopping them from being broody, but I might let her be broody. And interestingly, oh no, yeah, I was just trying to think of the relationship between the cockerel and the hens, because I know that there's a lot of debate about the peacocks and the pea chicks. What I learned years and years ago now, and I can't remember exactly, but one generation of father to daughter is, father to daughter is okay once, but then you can't or shouldn't do interbreed again with the next layer. I can't remember. I'm sure somebody that has more knowledge of genetics will tell me, and the person that told me has long since died. Yeah. I think I just want to say that I know that I'm opinionated, and I do have opinions, as we all do, but I also know I'm not the fount of all knowledge or font of all knowledge. I know that. So when I say things that aren't quite right, or don't fit your agenda, it's because I said them and they're not quite right. That's fine. I don't have to feel that I know everything. I don't really care. I know what I know. Nobody knows everything about everything. Nobody. And some of us know a lot about certain things. And some of us know a lot about other things. And that's the way it is. That's life. So, there we are. Okay, this is the Jonah Gold. And really happy to see that survived the frosting, the low temperatures. So that's good. Look at all these molehills. Look. It's just constant. You just can't. Some French people use explosives and put explosives down and kill the moles that way. And us, being a bit pacifist, don't. Which is why we've got a garden full of molehills and a ceiling full of Leros. But there you go. Anyway, this is Monday, almost lunchtime, I hope. And you'll see this on probably Thursday.